Alright guys, it's gonna be a video on gravitational wave and the argument why they actually exist within the physical reality. I was just on Facebook, I'm on Facebook, but Twitter, and I saw a post by Dr. Janna Levin. She posted as a book cover of a book that's supposed to be coming out, and the title is Einstein Still Right? Black Hole, Gravitational Wave, and other stuff. So the book is basically going to be talking about if Einstein is right, if his arguments is correct about reality. And so this one is for you, Dr. Levine, Jenna Levine, because he just reading that post is giving the idea to prove that gravitational waves do exist within the physical reality. I'm gonna start by showing this fan. As you can see, the fan is not on right now. And because the fan is not on, there's no force being generated by this fan. And the reason the fan is generating force when you turn it on is because it has a motor system that is allowing it to spin at a fast pace. And because the fan is spinning at a fast pace, it's able to generate force strong enough to affect fans that is not on too. So I'm going to turn the fan on and explain what I'm talking about. As you can see, I just turned the fan on. And because the fan is spinning very fast, it's able to generate force. Which means the force that is being generated by this fan is because of its rotation. And because its rotation is very fast, so fast, it's able to generate force because it's going too fast. Which means acceleration is able to generate force. And by acceleration, I mean if something is turning very fast, that object is able to generate force. And the reason this fan is generating force is because it is accelerating very fast in a spiral direction. It's supposedly going right to left from the opposite angle. So when I turn it on, you're gonna see it spinning. Now it's going left to right. And because it's spinning very fast, it's able to generate force. And because the fan is generating force due to acceleration, it is the physical proof that gravitational waves do exist. And by that I mean, this fan is vertical, so the force is going to be generating is going to be this way. And because supposedly our sun, as you can see, is a sphere, which means if our sun is spinning, it's going to be spinning this way very fast. And if it's spinning this way very fast, faster than our fan is spinning, it means that this rotation is also going to be capable of generating force. Which means if this rotation is capable of generating force in this direction, every object that is near our sun is going to be orbiting our sun in this direction, because our sun is going so fast in this direction that it is capable of generating force greater than this fan it's generating when it's spinning on a vertical angle. So basically the argument is, if this fan is able to generate force by spinning on a vertical angle very fast due to its acceleration, and this fan force is able to affect fans that's not even on and make them turn because it's spinning very fast and the force is strong enough to affect the other fan, it means that any object that is spinning very fast is able to generate force too, the same force that this fan is generating. And because our sun is supposed to be spinning very fast in an orbit rotation like this in space, it means that every object that is orbiting it is also spinning very fast in the same orbit rotation, because our sun is spinning so fast that the force it's generating is great enough to make planets, massive planets, orbit in the same direction it is spinning. Which means gravitational waves do exist because acceleration has the power to generate force. So if our sun is accelerating very fast in this direction, it means that it will have enough force to make the planets in the orbit around it in this direction, because it's accelerating so fast that the force of its acceleration, that its speed of its acceleration is able to create a massive amount of force to make our planets orbit around in the same rotation, make the moon orbit around in the same rotation. Because even though the moon is orbiting the Earth, the moon is also orbiting the sun because the Earth is orbiting the sun. And it's basically the same thing. Because the Earth is orbiting very fast in this direction, our moon is orbiting the Earth very fast in this direction, because our moon cannot resist the Earth rotation that the sun is creating on it. Which is basically the example I made earlier with two fans. One fan was on, the other fan was off. And because the fan that was off, resisting force could not resist the fan that was on force, it was spinning. And if that fan was spinning fast enough, it could also affect another fan that is off. So one fan being on is capable of affecting two fans that are off just by its force. And by that I mean, if this fan was spinning fast enough and the fan was right here that was now on, this fan will be able to affect this fan and make it spin very fast. And if the force of this fan is great enough to make this fan spin very fast, if there's another fan, a third fan, the force of this fan is also going to affect the third fan by spinning very fast. And that is basically how the planet is supposedly making the moon the orbiter. Because the force of our sun, the acceleration of our sun in space is so fast that it makes the planet spin very fast too. And because this planet is spinning very fast, the planet is also able to make the moon spin very fast. So the moon orbit around the planets is basically a result of the sun spinning so fast that it's able to affect the Earth to make it spin so fast that the moon are unable to resist the force of the Earth spinning so fast. So gravitational wave does is this. A gravitational wave with the S2 exists in space because on Earth, a fan acceleration as a result of its motor is able to create force strong enough to turn a fan that is not even on. And if that is reality on the Earth, on the surface of the Earth, it also means within space, if our sun is orbiting very fast in this direction, it's also capable of generating the same amount of force due to its acceleration that this fan is generating on the surface of the Earth. So it means that our sun acceleration speed is what is creating the gravitational wave that is strong enough to make our Earth to spin around it in the same circle. Because if our sun is spinning so fast in this direction, when the gravitational wave come in contact with the Earth, it will also make the Earth spin in this direction because the wave travels in whatever direction the object is spinning. And that is basically how gravitational wave is actually real within the physical reality. Because acceleration has the power to create force, which means gravity is simply a product of acceleration that is so fast that is creating force. And because the acceleration is so fast that is creating force, and the force is so great, it's able to affect other objects around it. Which means our sun is orbiting in space like this, more than probably 100,000 million miles per hour, or something like that, or 100,000 miles per hour, or 1,000,000 miles per hour. And because it's going so fast, it's able to affect our Earth, to make the Earth spin around it through its force that is creating through acceleration. And so I'm going to spin this quarter to show you what I'm talking about. If I to spin this quarter like this, I can spin it with. If I was to spin this quarter like this, nah, it's not, it doesn't want to work. If I was to spin it like this, well, I can't spin my quarter now. If I was to spin it, it doesn't want to spin. If I was to spin it like that, if it's going fast enough, it will make any object around it to spin in that direction too. And that is basically what gravitational wave is. Gravitational wave is a product of our sun spinning so fast in this direction that it creates a force strong enough to affect the planets. And because the force is strong enough to affect the planets and make it spin super fast, the planet's also affecting the moon. And the experiment can be tested on Earth with 3 fins. If you have a super fin that is spinning and creating a massive amount of force, the fin in the middle should also spin even when it's not on, because the fan is creating so much force that it will affect the fan in the middle. If the fan in the middle is spinning so fast, in spite of it not being on, it should also create another force, enough force to spin the third fan, which is supposedly not on. Which means one fan has the power to make 2 fans that are not on to spin if its force is great enough. And that is basically what gravitational wave is in space, and that is basically the design of gravitational waves. That's all for now. So thanks for the idea, Dr. Janna and Levin. I appreciate it. And thanks StarTalk for hiring Dr. Janna with Levin, and thanks for all the information. That's all.